Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Yeah, here we go again. I'm back. Yeah, 2 days in a row, man. Haha, consistency. Here we go. I'm sorry for being very cringe. I'm not operating on a lot of sleep right now. It's probably all my fault for being greedy with the time that I have, but we're getting over that. We're working on that. We'll give you a little bit more of a look into that in the future. That's definitely coming later this week. The look at the life, the look at the learns, the legendary times that we're trying to grow beyond. Anyway, today we are talking just do it versus making a plan. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Hey, do it. Hey, do it. Do it. See, you can't do that without being cringe, man. And I hate that word, honestly. Like, we just made up a word for like anytime we're feeling a little bit uncomfortable or awkward. Hey, that's every day, man. I don't know why we gotta put it out for the people and let everybody know that we doing it, Anyway. Okay. So today should be kind of an interesting one. Like I'm pretty depleted, like more depleted than like Iraqi weapons nuclear shares. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's like too soon or too relevant of a joke but like for as I see it, if you're waiting for like America to not be involved in some type of conflict, then probably want to wait till the revolution. However, that might not happen this lifetime, right? Yeah. We're good. Yeah. We're having fun, fight. I mean, fun, right? Yeah, we're having fun, right? Anyway, so yesterday I had a tentative plan, but like today I'm operating off my itty bitty baby brain of like no fucking sleep. I'm sorry, cursing. I'm trying to get better at that anyway. I thought about breaking up my writing into sections for like pre-nap versus post-nap, but here we are. This is all pre-nap. You're getting premium content here because like after I wake up, I might be smarter, and who would want to listen to that? This is much more off the cuff. This is much more silly stuff, and I'm gonna try to not waste too much of your time and get it into it and stop freaking rambling, guy. What's your problem? Anyway, perhaps I can power through this, make something coherent. I'm still playing around with the notation and Notion, so hopefully as I do that, I'll improve my cohesiveness over time. I'm trying to also transition into like taking notes and filling out the topic underneath as opposed to just like rambling as paragraphs that just kind of take form as like bloviate on the meaning of my existence and at the current moment in time. Anyway, yeah. Felt bad for yesterday's video being a bit too long. I don't want it to be over 20 minutes every time I want to say something. Prefer like content that's that long to be more concise, and then as I grow I can push my writing towards 2 hours and deliver really good stuff, some well thought out meaty chunks. I mean, I'm sorry if you're vegan, but hey, it doesn't have to be real meat. It is 2024. I know people are really big on the protein tubes these days. Yeah, I mean, eating like the Jetsons, not as quite as fun as I thought it would be, but that could never be me because I value Japanese cuisine way too much. But yeah, it's important to find the right balance in life, and right now I'm balancing between the idea of making this release about telling more about myself and my life, or the value and consequences of making a proper plan. However, as I wrote that down, I kind of got a better look, and I said, hey, get out your sketchbooks, ladies and gentlemen, along with those identifying as ya means, because we are planning today. And yes, by ya means, It's as in you said something to me and you obviously don't know what y'all mean. Anyway, now you learn it. So why do we plan and how can it be a bad thing? Well, we plan because if we don't, we end up with 26-minute channel updates that no one watches, while still not speaking about everything we meant to say. As far as the problem with planning, it really comes down to one thing. If you are planning, you aren't necessarily taking action. I mean, if you are like me, you've made thousands of plans over the course of your life about what you're trying to do, and out of those thousands, you might have worked maybe a third of them, and then an even smaller percentage that you've actually completed. So it's hard to take effective action without a plan, but you can also bog yourself down in the planning phase and never really accomplish anything. So please bear with me, as my action is more important than my planning at this moment. And as I grow and gain momentum, I'm gonna have more hours invested into my brain, and it'll morph into the task, and thinking about the topic of the day will become easier, and spinning around finding different angles on the topic should also come easier. And I can tell this because the nature of creation requires input to create significant output. It's hard to draw the sky if you haven't seen it. However, if you stare at it for hours every day and you have any talent with the pad, then I bet you can draw some amazing scenes. We grow through time and active effort, and planning just organizes where that effort will be placed. So why would I want to talk more about myself when I haven't talked about you yet? Because you might be here for me, but that's only because I bring some value to you. The way you look at your kid will be different than the way you look at a friend's kid, and much different than the way you look at a stranger's kid. No diddy. The point is, the closer things to you, the more you will find value in it. So on top of that, you must give value to others if you're ever going to find the most potential value in yourself. So I'm here to help. So let's get into my plan, and where you might find some value here. Hopefully in the comedy. Hopefully I'm doing all right. I like doing voices sometimes, but I'm still increasing my repertoire. I have a really, really bad British accent. Look forward to it. Anyway, communication, key here. I've received praise many times in my life for my ability to communicate. And even though I modestly believe that I can't be much better than other people, I've realized I've got a pretty good knack for breaking down complex topics into easily understandable segments. This comes out very naturally in my songwriting, so I know it's a real thing. So as I go into different topics, and you can expect multiple perspectives, and to find at least a semblance of clarity on the topic at hand, because this is a circle, but it's also bent at the end, man. There's gonna be things where it breaks out. It's not always gonna be cohesive, but that's what we're going for. And no, I did not do this. I'm not that. Anyway, going deeper into my music, which is probably my main passion, I got long fingers, so it's pretty good for the piano. That's what I'm trying to learn. But I also have a broken-ish left pinky. It's not broken, but I mean, this is how it's healed, so it's gonna be flicked forever. And hats off to my high school football medical staff. Some nice little poor diagnosis of them on the broken finger that happened the second week of the season, and I still played out the rest of the season. So obviously I didn't get any playing time, but those practices, they really hurt, and now I got this thing. But yeah, if I was a bit more proactive about it, I'd probably have like a decent case, you know. Any lawyers out there want to reach out to me for that like juicy little retroactive money, man, just holler at your boy. Anyway, my music is my art, and I'll continue to develop it and make releases here. I also want to talk about my favorite artists, make deep dives into their catalogs, and also maybe find some new artists who are actually like need to have a listen to. People talking on their phones today, man. Everyone's talking as they walk by, but only I am making that quality content. They're just yammering on to some who's it about what's it. Crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I wanna take also looks at different aspects on the history of music as well. I think that'd be cool. I wanna pick up my content skill as I go, so I can start integrating freestyles and like music backing tracks and diving into my vast catalog of writtens, and maybe even some like music based comedy, because I like comedy, I like music. We gotta mold them together. And one of the coolest things I also like about music is when an artist really explains what a song means to them. So I'm gonna be going back doing breakdowns of my releases so you can kind of get my perspective on them. And like these days, you know, the vibe is more important than the words that people hear, because we just got but yeah. So I want to bring more focus back to the words, because people can say some good stuff sometimes. Like I was listening to Lupe Fiasco on Merles, bruh. Everybody should hear that song. I don't care what type of music you like. It's just some really intelligent stuff, and you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna be like, damn, I'm thinking differently about something, because it's just that good. But anyway, yeah, music deserves to be looked under a microscope, because we pull that shit from somewhere, and you guys enjoy it. So beyond music, I'm a fan of entertainment as well, so I want to dig into the stuff that like has hit me hard in the past in my life, like from the movies that shaped me and open up my mind to different ways of thinking, to like anime that gives you that motivational boost and invigorates you like you could only find there. I'm gonna dive into why things are good to me and the lesser known aspects that really make them pop, you know. I might even eventually break out into several different entertainment and comedy channels, but we'll see how that goes. This is primarily music and talking here, though. I also plan to delve into the sublime, you know, the nature of our reality and the balance that we have to potential to maintain in different cases. There are natural aspects to our existence I don't think many people are aware of, and I want to bring some clarity to that, bring some perspective to their lives, and perhaps allow people to figure out new ways of thinking that overall improve their existence. There's a surprising amount of clarity you can actually find by delving into the unseen, so I want to like touch those topics. I really just want to make this channel where people can come, you learn something, you laugh a bit, you grow with how effectively you tackle life, like also known as the plot to every anime and video game, and possibly life itself. So I think about how I like marvel at the older people who are always having a funny quip in pretty much every situation, the presence of mind that allows them to do that. And meanwhile, you're over there like, what I said, it was funny too, right? Damn it, I'll never be as cool as Jethro. Finally, the last part of my current plan is to give something physically to the world as well. So you will be able to find that in the form of my merchandise that I make. I'm working on t-shirts, coffee hats, mugs. T-shirts, coffee hats, mugs. T-shirts, coffee hats, mugs. Yeah. I want you thinking on that. They're gonna be good. But yeah, they're gonna have great designs and inspirational quotes from yours truly. Yeah, I said coffee hats because More people are drinking coffee than watching baseball. So you should think about that. But yeah, I'm not just doing inspirations. I'm doing other stuff. I just kind of draw from my music because I just naturally find synchronicities just when I take the time to put that out there. Because like my music, for me, it doesn't come from my brain. It comes from my connection to the source, and that feeds me with the things I'm supposed to say. I am but a vessel, as are you, and together we will decide to be half full or half empty, because any farther and we might lose the balance, and I forget what it means to actually exist in our reality. Because if you can't see where the line ends, you might walk off the face of reality. Chew on that one, and have a good one. And I hope to see you again soon. Be